Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, we heard for a bit, Dave.
Okay, wait.
Are we
Okay,
still
now
waiting for someone? Still?
no. We will be starting now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So can anyone share the screen?
I can do that.
Yeah, please.
No, Archana is already doing that.
Okay. Okay. So any doubts from the previous session? Anyone? Trailhead homework have you completed all?
Yep.
Yes.
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 Yes, Devendra.
Okay. Is sharing the screen. Archana, can you? Okay, thank you.
Sorry?
No. I was telling you to switch to classic. Yeah, this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, any idea about the objects? What are objects in Salesforce? Like in first session, Amrapali was uh, sharing her screen and showing some spreadsheet and all. So she was talking about objects.
Object means tab.
Fields. Fields in Access we call here in object.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
tabs.
The name of the tab.
No, and then not the name of the tab. Like uh, when we create the objects and also we need to assign a tab, then only we can see that on the top of that particular application header. Okay. Archana, what do you mean by objects in Salesforce?
Is that's what I thought. Like object is yeah, tab in the. I mean, if you consider as an Excel sheet, you can say
So basically, it's a type of.
We lost you, Dave.
hello.
I think he's having some connectivity issue. Let me just check
Yes.
with him. Okay, he just pinged me and stated that he will, connect through, connect through his phone. So let him just give him a minute.
Hello. Now you guys can hear me?
Yes, it's better.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Archana, objects, right? So what do you mean by object?
Hello? Yeah. What is that you said there? Sir, what you said, I'm not able to hear.
I think he asked you about the objects. What do you mean, or do you have any idea about it?
Object is nothing but like if you consider the table in a Excel sheet, you can see, say there'll be a name for each. I don't know how to explain though, but I know what is object. But it'll be the heading. I can't say that as a heading, so I don't know how to explain though, but I know.
Okay, no problem.
So basically, like objects. Yeah, Amrapali, I'm audible.
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. Archana, can you click on leads? Yep.
Devendra,
Good afternoon.
can little bit louder? I can't hear you
Okay.
properly.
Okay. Now,
There's a lot of disturbance there.
So Amrapali, in the meantime, your question objects,
Mhm.
those are the fields what we use in Excel table. Is it?
No. Object is something like that we can refer as a table in Salesforce. So as I showed you on the first day of the session about the Excel sheet, right? So in
Correct.
Excel, we have different types of columns, then we have rows, and the Excel sheet which we have, that
Is an
is
object.
a table, right? Yeah, so that we can refer as a object,
Okay.
refer as an object in Salesforce. So
Okay.
we have, like some standard objects, and then we have custom objects. So I believe Devendra was gonna take the session. Just let me check with him. In the meantime, I will explain it to you what it is exactly. So standard object is something like that, Salesforce has provided us. For example, as you can see on the screen, we have accounts object, then we have leads tab, contact tab, opportunities tab, then we have campaigns, product. So these objects are actually provided by Salesforce for different types of business use cases. So for example, you can take the example of account object. Okay, Archana, can you please hover on the accounts tab?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can click on it. Okay, yeah. So this is basically to store the information about the company. So for example, let's say yours is a product based company, and you sell products to the customer. Okay, we can take the example as training products, something like that, and or we can say like computers or mobiles. Okay, so When like a company purchase your product, for example, we have Cognizant or Accenture, right? They uses computers for their employees, and they purchase computers, PCs and everything, laptops. So when they purchase any product from your company, they became your customer, and you can store their information over here. Then we have contacts object, and contact is something like that. The and sorry, we can say employee who are working on that particular company. So as you can see, contact is connected with the accounts object. Yes. So on the contacts object, we can store the information about the company. For example, Archana, could you please click on new button? Okay, click on that business contacts. Select business contacts and then click on continue. Okay, so here you can see this is like a form in to fill up the information. So we have columns, or we can refer as fields in Salesforce provided by Salesforce itself. Okay, so we have first name, then last name, then account name. So you can see the account name over there. So it is the same account name which you have stored on the account object. So you can select that particular account name over here. Then we have other fields as well. For example, gender. Then we have phone number, mobile number, email addresses. These fields are all fields are provided by Salesforce. Then we have addresses as well, the mailing address and the other address. Okay, now you can click on cancel.
These are all standard fields.
Yes, yes, but I see some custom fields as well there.
Yeah, I have added some of the custom objects
Yeah.
like suggestion, drink order, battle
Mm-hmm.
station, resource supplies. These are
Mm-hmm.
the custom objects which I have added. So when I was working with the Trailhead, so I was working on this like battle station. So I just added those things. Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So I did see that there was a couple of fields which are, custom fields. Okay, just give me a minute.
Add a sentence here.
Sorry, I did not get you.
Can I add a sentence?
Yes.
So here, so you can say that, account is something like if you're selling something, you're getting a product from somebody. So that is the company you can consider as an account, and with whom you're contacting, that person you can consider as contacts. Right, Amrapal?
Yes. Oh, sorry, I was on mute and I was just telling you about the leads object. So we have leads object. So leads is something like that. It is also to store the information about the person. But the leads is something like that, who are not yet your customers, but they might be your potential customers. I mean, they are interested in your products, and in the future they are going to purchase your products. So here also, if you can click on new button, Archana. Yes. So here also you can see all the standard fields, which is first name, last name. Then we have company. So here you can see the company is something like that, just a text box. So you can enter any name here. So it is not something like, let's say, if an account is already present and another employee from that particular account is inquiring or interested in our products, and we have multiple ways to capture leads. Let's say from the web form or any application, or the sales people can manually enter the lead information over there. Or let's say if we have an organized an event, or we can say campaign, then from there as well we can get these leads. So let's say now the employee from the existing account is interested in a product, and we have his information. So it's not something like we can directly like linked this lead to account. We cannot do that. We have the text box to enter the company name over there. And then we have other fields like the contact, like phone number, email addresses, and website. Then we
Uh,
have
Amrapali, I have a question.
yes.
Like there are some red marks on the boxes. What
Mm-hmm.
is that for? Means those are
That
mandatory fields?
Yes, right. Those are mandatory fields. So
Oh,
you can
nice.
see the
Yeah.
last name, and the
Mhm.
company field is mandatory field. If you do not enter any value over here,
Mhm.
then you will not be able to save this page.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Um, Another quick question. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I have
Amrapali.
a,
My account is ABC Hospitality Group.
Mm-hmm.
My contact person is Mr. Z.
Mm-hmm.
The business was good. Mr. Z wants to order a few more things, and it's a
Okay.
potential lead. So
Mm-hmm.
how I'm going to address that as a lead? Is it going to be
yeah,
a new Mr. Z in ABC Hospitality?
um,
Okay.
same
So,
kind of question I have, Amrapali. Shall
mm-hmm.
I?
Yes.
Yeah. How does a lead work for a company? Like I have one lead who get me some opportunity to doing some business with that. So how could I going through that lead with like make them the opportunity for me? Is lead is like something is he's a this account is can be a profitable for me, right? This
Right.
I call a lead. So how does it work for me?
Okay.
Well, actually, lead, sorry to correct you. Lead is where your potential business is. So
They
that's a lead.
Yes.
already gave me the business, or they are
No,
the
no, no, no. Potential business. The potential business. It's not a business. Once you have done a business, it becomes an account.
okay. So I might be it's like it's potential. They can be give me a business, right?
Correct.
Not
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
That's why they are lead.
Okay. So lead then for that we should keep them a lead, or they are an opportunity. So I
Uh,
confuse between lead and opportunities.
so,
Okay.
yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry. That answers another question. Like an account can have multiple opportunities. Like I already sold them 10 PCs. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
working on selling them 6 more servers, and that's an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity within the same account.
Okay.
Am I correct, Amrapali?
Yes, so we have, the standard object call opportunities. So what happens is a Salesforce flow is something like that. Let's say once we get a lead in Salesforce, salespeople work on that lead, and if that lead is interested in our product, he will purchase the product, and then salespeople will convert that lead. And once we convert a lead, it becomes account, contact, and opportunity. So for example, you can see company name here. So company name will become an account. Then we have first name, last name, that will become an contact, and
Contact.
then we
Correct.
have opportunities. So opportunities is something like that optional. If you want to create the opportunity, then you can, or else you can skip that particular option. So let's say now the customer is already present in your organization, who is the account, and now requesting for more PCs and something like that. So you can always create an opportunity from the account, and you can have multiple opportunities. So
Okay.
on the opportunities we have, Archana, could you please go to the opportunities object? Okay, click on new. Yes. So we have fields, for example, account name, which shows the opportunity is associated with that particular account. Then we have amount field, which is the standard amount field, and close date. It is something like that when the salespeople are closing the deal, that particular date they select over here. And then we have multiple stages. So stages is something like that, you can modify it based on your business requirements. So for example, now we have here prospecting, then qualification, the need analysis, and we have close won and close lost. So for example, let's say now the lead was interested, we have converted lead successfully into account contacts and opportunities, and in the opportunities we have multiple stages. And that particular customer is going through multiple stages, but there might be chances that in the end customer is not ready to buy our product. So in that scenario, we have to close the opportunity as close lost. But if the customer purchase a product, then we select as close one. Okay,
Got it.
is it?
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So, Amrapali, where from we get that leads? Sorry, I have some basics question, but I do
Mhm.
have doubts.
No, it's all right. So where can we get the lead means exactly what you want to know.
We consider some account, some contact. We consider they are our leads, right? So where we get from that contact that we
uh,
consider as a lead, that they
okay,
might be giving
okay.
us a business future and all.
Yes. So as I mentioned earlier, we have multiple ways to capture leads. So for example, we can create a web to lead form in Salesforce, and we can have that web to lead form mapped with Salesforce. And if we have all the information over there, for example, first name, last name, company. So you might have gone through the process. For example, you are surfing on the internet and you have came across a website, and there you are more interested about their products, and then they have some inquiry form, right? So you enter your first name, last name, phone number, email addresses, then you inquiry about your questions or product and click on submit or save. So once you hit on submit, okay, that particular information comes in Salesforce and a new lead record is created.
Okay, I got it. Yeah,
Okay, so this is
it's
like
artificial intelligence, I guess.
yeah, we can say that because we have multiple ways. We have also different kinds of applications. Applications means managed packaged applications, which are compatible with the Salesforce, and we can integrate that particular application with Salesforce, and then leads come through that application.
Okay,
So for example, we have some applications which is qualified.com, or we have Pardot as well. So we can get some leads from Pardot, or we can run a campaign. And in the campaign, you may have seen whenever a new car launches, they run a campaign or something like that. I'm not sure about the America, but in India we have a campaign, for example, for car or a scooty or bike. We can go over there, and there we have some sales people who give us information about the car features and everything, and then they take our for name and other personal information
that hard
in
copy leads.
Yes,
which
yes, that
happened.
right, that hard copy leads. And then the salespeople can enter manually those leads over there.
Okay,
So we can create the leads manually.
okay, okay. Thank you, Amrapali.
No problem. Anyone has any question?
No.
Okay. Okay, just give me a minute.
Salvi, I had one quick question. So, if
Sure.
if the lead is interested, can we just convert them into accounts, contacts, opportunity, or is there any thing is there? I mean, like, is there any?
In leads also we have some statuses. So Archana, could you please yeah. So like right now, let's say open not contacted. When salespeople contact that particular lead and lead is like interested, then we can put a status as working. And if it is interested, then right away we can convert that leads into account, contact, and opportunities. And once the like that customer has purchased a product, we can create an opportunity.
Does it like when you select the lead status as close converted, does it automatically changes to an opportunity, or is there any flow? I mean, is there any workflow or anything does the admin has to use to convert those leads to an
No, if you could click on cancel button and go to the existing lead account, I'm going to show you. Yeah, for all open leads, do you have any leads? Click on go button over there. We have leads home option, and then we have, yeah, yes. So we do have some leads, existing leads. Could you please click on any lead? Okay, so now this lead is a potential customer and he is interested in our product. And what you can do is there is a convert button, and you will have to click on that convert button, and it will ask you whether you want to create an opportunity or not. There is a checkbox called do not create a new opportunity upon conversion, right? Yeah. So this is optional. If you want to create an opportunity, then there is no need to, check this checkbox. But if you do not want, then you can check this checkbox. Enter the sub. Okay. You are receiving some kind of error for field mapping. So we'll have to, troubleshoot the issue what exactly that field, because there might be some chances so as I told you earlier, there are some fields which are provided by Salesforce, and then we can always create a custom field, right? So when we create a custom field on lead object, and when we try to convert that lead into account, contacts, and opportunities, so there might be chances that that particular custom field has some value. And when we convert it into account, contacts, and opportunities, you know, as the fields are not mapped, we may lose those values upon conversion. And so the solution here is we have to create the same field as we have created on the lead object. We have to create the same field on account, contact, and opportunities, and then we have to map those fields, because if we map those fields and if we convert the lead, okay, the information which we have on the custom fields, we can like pull that information from leads to account, contacts, and opportunities. And I believe you received some error because you have created some custom fields on the contact object, but I believe that custom fields is not yet been created on the lead object, and those custom fields are not yet mapped. That is the reason you are
Got you.
receiving the error message.
It's just
So
like an
it's
exact Excel sheet, when you are
right,
referring, giving a reference to something else, that object doesn't exist. There is no reference.
right, exactly.
Can you please show me only one lead which can convert to? I just want to see how, if you have an, like I know I don't know what customer object I've added. I forgot those fields what I've done. Can you please
Hmm.
show me in your screen if to convert those leads to account? I mean, I just want to see how to convert those.
Sure, sure. No problem. Let me just log in first.
Mhm. So I'll just stop sharing my screen.
Sure. Let me just check whether I have data in my org or not. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Hmm. Let me know if you are able to see my screen, okay?
We can see.
Okay, okay, great. So I'm just gonna go on the leads and open any lead over here. We have a convert button. So these are existing leads and we have all the values. So this is a brand new Salesforce organization and I have not yet done any customization over here. So you can see all the standard fields and this is something like related records. So we can, see about this in another session. So today we are just focusing on, the standard objects and fields. So I'm going to click on convert button. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, now I'm going to click on convert button. Okay, so now here it says record owner, account name, opportunity, and converted status. So as you can see here, it is showing as a create new account and the account name is something like that. So as of now, I have not yet created any account. So I can always select this option create new account upon conversion. But let's say if we have an existing account and leads comes for that particular existing account, then in that scenario assist Salesforce, what it can do is it can searches for the matching account. So here we have, okay, we do not have that option right now. So if we have like a matching account, then if we click on this drop down, we get another option which is attached to the existing account and then account name. But as of now, I do not have any account created in my org. That is the reason it is not showing anything. And the existing account is also shows based on the matching criteria. So it is altogether a different topic, which is duplicate rules and matching rules. So we are going to check this in a different session. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is it fine if I convert this leads into account?
Sure.
Okay, great. So if I convert this, As you can see, I have automatically redirected to the account page. Now I'm on the account object, and you can see all the account details over here. So we have account owner, then we have account name, account owner as me, we have phone number and billing addresses. As I told you earlier in the first session, that we can check the history, that who has created and who has last modified it. So you can see over here is we have two fields which are system fields, and these fields are not editable. These fields changes, let's say, I now just converted the lead and it created the account, and it is showing that particular date timestamp and last modified by date timestamp. But now let's say if I select something like that from here, customer direct, okay, this value, and if I click on save, then last modified by will change. So now I am changing and I am modifying this account. My name is showing over there, and the date and timestamp. But if we have another user and that particular user is working on that lead, even if I am the owner, and the other user, for example Devendra, also has access to that lead and he is also working and making some changes, and click on save, then here on the last modified by field we can see his name and the timestamp. Okay.
Just a quick question. Can you
Mm-hmm.
help us understand what this view hierarchy is on the account name?
Mm, okay, this one. So, for the accounts, actually, we have a field called parent account. So, as of now, the parent account field is blank, but there might be some chances that we have, selected as a parent account, and let's say we have a parent account, and then for that parent account we also have some other parent account, so we can see here the hierarchy in a tree shape. For example, this account, let's say, or let's say the test one account is at the top, then we have test two account, and then below on that we have this particular account.
Got you. So it could be ABC Hospitality, and it could be
Yes.
um, Texas Hotel, and then it could be um, Dallas Hotel, and then these are the
Yes.
three companies under one umbrella, but they're different
Yes.
accounts.
Yes, right.
Good, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so as you can see, we have a contact related list and opportunity related list. So related list appears when there is a connection between two objects. So as you may know that account and contact and opportunities are connected with each other, we can see related leads related list here. So let me give you an overview. So account object and contact object, we have a relationship which is a master detail relationship. I'm going to talk about the master detail relationship in detail in next session, but for now an overview, I'm just telling you that these two objects have a relationship, and our account object is a parent object, and contact object is a child object, meaning it's a one to many relationship. So we can have one account, but we can have multiple contacts. So let's take the previous example. Now let's say I have converted the lead into accounts and contact, and another employee from the same account is inquiring for the products. Okay, and we have received his request from the web form, and now the lead record is present for that particular person. So what we can do is When we convert a lead, okay, the system will show you whether the account is existing or not, and if it is existing we can attach that particular lead into existing accounts. So once we attach it to the existing account, it connects to the same account, and we can see that particular second contact over here. So we can have multiple contacts, for example 10, 20. There is no limit for that.
Correct.
And this also goes for opportunities.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anyone has any question?
It's a simple sales thing. Different departments could have different contact
Right.
persons and different orders and different opportunities.
Right, exactly.
That's why I love sales, Amrupali.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Something has happened. I think I clicked on start video. Just a minute.
We all
Start
can see
video.
your face now.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I was just going to show you the contact page, and you can see the contact page here. We have the name, which is Christine, and I'm so sorry, but sometimes I'm not able to pronounce
Yeah.
some
Miss
like
Kristen Atkin.
Akin, right? Okay.
Yep.
And it's Ethna, I believe so.
Yeah. Athena
Okay.
Home Products.
Home products is something like that I'm familiar with, but there are some like words which I am not able to pronounce, so I'm really sorry for that. And if I have any queries about that, like let's say I was not able to pronounce this akin, something like that, so you just told me, so you can just help me guys with this, okay?
No problemo.
Okay, so yeah, we have the information about that lead's first name, then we have phone number, email addresses. We have also the mailing addresses. We can also see the same addresses on the account, where we can see as billing address and shipping address. And on the contact, we have the same, which is mailing address and other address, but these are standard fields and these are all mapped with the leads address field. That is the reason when we convert it, that information comes through the mapping, and it shows or it stores on the contact and account object.
They're
And
auto
we
fetched.
also, yes, auto fetch. And we also have the lead source field. So you can see this field on lead object as well. And as I told earlier, we have multiple ways to capture the lead. So the lead source field, okay. For example, web or phone inquiry, or let's say we have some um, a third party application which is integrated with Salesforce, so we can always add those particular options over there, so salespeople will know that okay, this lead is came from this particular application, or this lead is came from let's say web inquiries, something like that. And we can see that on the contact as well, because the standard fields are mapped for the leads, accounts, and opportunity. Let me, okay, it's a lead, and I think, okay, here I have the opportunity open, which is created for the particular account. So as you can see that the account name is showing on contact as well as opportunities, because it is a parent object and it is connected with contact and opportunities. That is the reason this field cannot be blank. So let's say, for example, uh, I'm just going to create a new contact. Okay, so right now it is showing as account name. Let's just check what happens, whether it saves or not. Okay, it is saved. But account name is something like that, it is a mandatory field. So I'll have to check the settings for my organization. And I'm going to, okay, let's just check. As you can see over here, its account name is showing on the blue circle. Blue circle is something like that universally required. That means it is mandatory. I think I should show you the page layout for a couple of minutes. Make it as required from here. Now you can see the red mark over here, which says it is required.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyone has any questions about the objects and its relationship?
Amrapali,
Yes.
Amrapali, I have a question. The edit, delete, and the clone, the tab. The clone is as similar to duplicate.
Yes, it is similar to duplicate. So right now, let's say if I click on clone button, it's a standard button provided by Salesforce. So we have,
Uh-huh.
all the information which we had on that particular contact, and then we can click on save.
Okay.
So once we'll click on save, it will create the duplicate contact record. But if the duplicate rules are in
Oh,
place in Salesforce, okay, and if we are creating any duplicate record, system shows us the warning that you are creating a duplicate record, and then it also shows the some options whether you want to ignore it and save it, or you want to might cancel it. So we have that functionality as well.
Usually, Amrapali
oh,
clone, we would use it to create a sub contact. So it would be the same account, but a different person, different department. Then you do clone and then change the
Change the
department,
name.
change
Right.
the name, and then you're good to go. So that becomes your another contact
Right.
into the same account. So you don't
Right.
have to fill up the rest of the information.
Exactly.
oh, okay.
But there might be
Got.
chances that the salespeople are just simply using the clone button to create a duplicate record. So that is actually up to the user, because right now the organization where I work, we had the clone button, but then they requested to remove the clone button because of the confusion sales user was having, and they were creating duplicate records. So they prefer to create a new contact from scratch.
Oh, okay.
So, Amrapali here.
In that case, if you're in a trade show, you're getting a paper lead and you need to enter all those things.
Yes,
Once you have
right,
an organization, you keep editing it, and you would be there for 3 days just putting the leads in.
right.
Whereas in clone, you just need to change department and you're done in 30 minutes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Uh, Amrapali, I have a question here.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that the fields, the customized fields in an object, suppose in the leads, we
Mm-hmm.
created some customized fields,
Mm-hmm.
and the same fields are to be customized or in the other objects as well, like the
Yes.
opportunities, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
in case I don't create as such, the system shows up a warning message or a notification to let me know that I haven't created something.
So it happens when you have those custom fields created on account or contact object, and those fields are not yet created on the lead object. But let's say if you have created some custom fields on the lead object and not on the account and contact, then in that scenario, when you convert the lead, the system will simply convert it. But if we have any data on that custom field, then we lose that data.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So I think Archana, I'm going to stop share my screen. Could you please share your screen? We can check that issue right now. Okay. Try to convert that previous lead, and we'll have to check the error message. Mhm. Okay, let me check the error. I believe you have created some discount percentage field on the opportunity. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. And that field might be the required field. Could you please open any opportunity in the new tab? Yes, as I said earlier, discount percentage field is a required field, and we are, putting any value over here, and we are, forcing the system that to enter any value over here. But now when we convert a lead, okay, so system tries to create an opportunity, but the discount field is missing over there, and he's not able to sorry, I'm referring it as he, but I mean to say that system is not able to pulls the information for discount percentage, and that is the reason it is failing and it is throwing an error message. So the error only shows when we have those custom fields on the account lead or opportunity object, and those fields are marked as mandatory, because in that scenario then we do not have any information on lead in order to create those records. So you will have to either you will have to create the same field for as of now to resolve this issue. Archana, you will have to create the same field on the lead, but I don't think that field is necessary on the lead object. So what you can do is you can simply remove that mandatory
Requirement
option
on
from
that.
the.
Yeah.
It's
It
you'll have to
use
open. Yeah.
opportunity and then a tab to edit.
Yes. Open any opportunity. Okay. Now click on. No, not here. There is an arrow
You have
on
to
the.
you have to go to layout and then remove the required field.
Yes. If it is required on the layout, then yes. Uh, if it is by default mandatory, I mean the universally required field, then unfortunately we cannot remove the mandatory option from there. So I believe many of you people not understanding this page layout and required and everything. Okay, you'll have to click on the wrench icon. So if you just hover on that field, yeah, there is a wrench icon. Yeah, click on that. Yes, I doubt you will not be able to remove it because it is universally required field.
Okay,
So
so
we will going to see these options in the next session for fields and data type, and what is required, what is not required, and everything. Okay. Okay.
A quick question.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find out it was percentage? The error was that percentage discount. I
Okay.
couldn't read on the detail of the error message. So Archana, if you can go back and
Yeah.
help us out. So where did you read that it was percentage in here?
Okay, so here it says that your lead is missing a field mapping for the opportunity. Opportunity means object,
Uh,
and then we have
discount
discount
percent field.
percent field.
Sorry, it's in red and it's small letters
Yes.
for my screen.
Okay, no problem. So
Thank
it's a
you.
standard error, system throws us while converting a lead. So in order to do that, we have to make sure that all the fields are mapped correctly, because sometimes what happened, let's say we have a field which is a single select field, or we can say drop down type of field on the contact object, and if we created the same field on the lead object, but that field data type is something like string, in that scenario also we might run into issues, because as I said earlier, the fields data type should be same. I mean, it should be same, the values and everything, because when we create a drop down data type of field, we have to make sure that we are entering the valid or correct values, so that the user can select those values from the page.
Maybe I'll
So it,
try to add the field today and try to change it.
no, it's fine, Archana, because we are going to cover that creation of fields and everything in data type in the next session.
Oh,
So
no, I thought you say that I'll do it now. I'll do when.
okay. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, you can do that. Okay. So this was the overview of standard object, and we also have an option for custom object. So I have a quick question for all of you. Are you guys like compa- compatible with the classic view, or do you want to guys to learn everything in Lightning UI?
I want to learn the lightning.
I like
Like
it too.
Yes, I
Okay.
think like
Yeah.
as in the beginning only we learned that lightning is more used nowadays, right? And it's more
Yes.
effective.
but
Yes.
like when I learned, I just learned classical. Classic. He was saying that my trainer was saying that you have to learn first classic, then it's okay. So that's why I said I want to learn lightning.
Okay.
So end
Okay.
of the day, we should be familiar with both the user interfaces, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, just give me a moment, guys, okay?
Anybody had a chance to attend a resume building session?
I attended on Tuesday. It was good.
Okay, sorry guys. Yeah. So now next what we'll see is we'll see how we can create a custom object in Salesforce. So Archana, could you please click on setup? So custom object is something like that, we can always create for the business requirement, because we have standard objects and we can always use standard object, but there might be some chances that uh, uh, for example, we want to like store information about candidates or something like that, then we do not have the object, but we can always store, I mean we can use contact object over there because we have to like collect the information of an individual person, but still see how we can create the custom objects in Salesforce, so that for the business purposes we can always create it. So yeah, in this setup, in the quick find box, Archana, could you please create uh, enter objects? Okay, here we have option, yeah, for objects. Click on new custom objects. Okay, so now Archana, could you please like just show this page what fields we have on this custom object page. So as you can see, we have label, then we have plural label. So for example, they have also given the example account as a label and accounts as a plural label. And what we can see on the tab is the plural labels. Okay. Then the object name is something like that system will take. So for example, if you have entered object as the label as account, then the system will automatically take that particular object name. And then we have descriptions and everything, and we have some options, uh, additional features. As you can see, the record name as an account name, because the record name is something like that, when we create the object, standard fields get created with that particular object name. So for example, if I created the custom object called candidate, then the record name should be candidate name. Okay, is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. And then we have some additional features. Archana, could you please scroll down? We have some checkboxes for allow reports, allow activities, track field, history tracking, chatter. Then these are by default checked. Then we have allow search, and we have the last option is something like that, object creation, tabs option and everything. So whether we want to create notes and attachment related list, and whether we want to create a new tab or not. So let's say if you selected this notes and attachment related list option over here, and when you create the custom object, the notes and attachment related list will by default gonna show up on the page. But let's say if you do not select this, and if you created this custom object, then later on you won't have this option to add notes and attachment related list option.
So we cannot come back and recheck it
uh,
again.
yes, we can do this for other options. We have for allow reports and activities, we can always change labels and everything. But that particular option for
Attaching files.
attachments and notes, yes,
Mhm.
we do not have that option.
Rupali,
uh,
it is going bouncer to me because you know Archana's screens go somewhere and then you're talking somewhere. If it's okay
okay,
with you to share your screen, that would make
sure,
life easier. Thank you.
yes. Okay, Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Okay, so I'm going to go on the setup.
And your
Then in,
screen looks larger too. Your zoom is better. So other one we had a tough time finding it.
oh, okay. So it's
Sorry,
good
Archana.
now.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so in order to create a custom object, you have to enter object here in the quick find box. And we have the option called objects under create. So click on object. Then we have option to create new custom object. So I will click on new custom object. So as I said earlier, we have option for example label, then plural label. Okay, so label is something like that, our custom object name, and plural label is something like that. Let's say if we have given the name as account, then plural label will be accounts. And as I said earlier, on this particular tab we can see all the tabs which has plural labels, because it's a table and we can store as many records as we want, right? So we have to give the plural label. So let me candidate candidates. So as you can see here on the object name, when I enter the candidate over here, system automatically uh, pulls that value and showing it over here as candidate. Okay, so in this next session we have record name, which are going to be the standard name field for your custom object. So as I have entered candidate here, it has automatically pulled that information. It is showing as candidate name. Then, and the data type is text or either the auto number. I mean, we can select both. So text is something like that, a string value where we can enter information, and auto number is something like that. It will, whenever we will create a new record, the system will automatically generate a number. So in that scenario, we don't have to write any name over there. So I'll just take the data type as text. Uh, Anyone has any question?
No, so far good.
Okay, great. Then we have some additional features over here, which is allow reports, allow activities, track field history tracking, and allow in chatter groups. So these are the optional features actually. Um, and these features are something like that, even if we have not selected here, and if we have created a custom object, but later on we got to know that now we have to also create a report on that, then in that scenario we can always come to this setting and always check this checkbox. And once we click on save, the system will automatically store that information, and then you will see that particular object name in the reports itself. So you can create a report, because sometimes what happens is I have seen this like the people create custom object, they forgot to check this allow reports checkbox, and then when they try to create a report they get panicked because they are not able to see that particular object name over there in the reports section, and they think that something is wrong with the Salesforce org. So it's not like that. We can always come back and we can always check these check boxes. Now the deployment status is something like that. We have two statuses, in deployment and deployed. So as an admin, when I am creating a new object and I do not want that object to be viewed by every user in the Salesforce, and I want hidden from everyone, so I can always select in development. And once I am completed this feature everything, for example object, then we have to create the fields, then we have to create the page layout and everything. And now this particular object is ready for use. In that scenario, you can always come back and you can select the deployed status. So once you will select the deployed status, that means the non-admin users can view this particular object in their Salesforce if they have access to the object.
Just a quick question here. We had
Mhm,
in the
mhm,
candidate object, we added candidate name as a field.
mhm, mhm.
If you want to add multiple fields, how do we do it? Or it's different?
So, yes. So, what in that scenario we have to do is once we click on save, we get that option to create new custom fields as like the standard object, and from there we have to create a field one by one.
Gotcha.
Okay. Then, so I was telling about this option, which is object creation options, and this particular option, which is add notes and attachment related list to the default page layout. So this is the option is something like that. If at the time of object creation, if we select this particular option, then the attachment related list will, by default gonna show up on the page layout. But if you do not select this option and later on, let's say there is a need to store the attachment or attach the files and store information about that, then we cannot come back to this setting and select this option. This is like a one time option. So we have an alternative for attachments and notes, but once the object is created, we cannot come back here and select this particular option.
What is recommended by default? Just click it. So if you want to use it, use it. If you don't want to use it, that's fine.
Yes, we can do that. So if we by default click it, then the notes and attachment will gonna create. And if you do not want to use it, then you can always hide this option from the page layout. And as I said earlier, we have another option, or we can say alternative for here is files related list. So the file related list is something like that, we can always add it to the page layout.
Okay.
And then we have this last option to create the custom tab. So tab is like this. We can say these options as tab. Okay, so it actually displays the data of objects, and we can click on any tab, and then we have all the options to create a record for that particular tab. So as you can see here, these accounts, leads, contacts, these are provided by Salesforce, and these are standard tabs. And the ones, which we will going to be create from using this particular option, that will be the custom custom tab. Okay, so this option is also optional. um, if you want to create a tab in that scenario, you can select this. If not, then you can always deselect this checkbox. And then let's say now you have created a custom object and everything, and later on now you would like to create a tab. So what you can do is, here as you can see, for create option we have tabs option over here. So you can always come here, click on the tab option, and create a new tab from here.
And then how
So
you're going to link it back to the existing object?
so we have that option actually. So we have to select the object here first, and then we have
Uh-huh.
to select the tab style. So let me show you the tab style. These are provided by Salesforce, which is showing as the aeroplane and then books. So this is something like that. If you go here on the plus sign, you can see all the tabs currently which are present in the organization, those tabs I can see in all tab, under the all tabs. Okay, and I have these little icons as well for ideas, for accounts, then for analytics, for leads. Okay, so I think, okay, here. So from here, you can select any option which you would like to select and then create it. So as you know, we have option to select the object here. It will automatically going to be connect with that particular object.
Got it.
Okay, so here I'm just going to save this information. I'm going to select this notes and attachment related list because I want to show you how it looks on the page layout and the
Amrapali,
status.
uh,
Yes.
just one quick question. Like while creating this object,
Mhm.
we cannot make any kind of edit, correction once the object is created. Only thing we can change is the deployment status, right?
No, we can correct the like options. So for example, let's say if you have given the name as candidate, but later on you feel like the name should be something else, so you can always come to this setting and you can change these settings. Also, you can always select these options or deselect these options.
Okay.
Only the thing which will not be available for you, which is
Is
this
the
option, notes
object
and
creation option.
attachment.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
otherwise all the
mhm.
options will be there.
Okay. We can edit anything at any point.
Yes, yes.
No, it
Okay.
So what
says
I'll
there.
do,
It says they're available only when custom object is first
Yeah.
created.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's also for the launch new custom tab as well.
no, for tabs actually we have an
Yeah,
option.
yeah, yeah. I
Just
remember that.
showed
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this one. So what I'll do, I will not going to create any tab as of now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going to save this, and once we'll save this, we'll be able to see the custom object created in the Salesforce organization. So it shows something like that. So here we have option to edit it or delete it. So if we edit it, as you can see here, I can see all the detailed information which I have just entered, the
Mm-hmm.
deployment status, then allow search, and I
Mm-hmm.
have not selected these options, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
is the reason it is showing as deselected. Then the description, object name, API name. So API name here you can see, if I go here in the edit option, the object name is showing as candidate. Object name means API name. Here you can see the object name is used when referencing the object via the API or API name. Okay, so the object name is also called API name, but you can see here we have this option which is underscore underscore C. So always remember that when we create any custom object or a custom field, that particular name will have underscore underscore C. And if it is underscore underscore C, that means it is a custom object or the custom field. So this is like we can anytime differentiate between the standard fields and custom fields.
Once again, API stands for interface, but then what AP stands for?
Um,
Application
I
program.
honestly I do not know the
It's
API name is
application program
application.
interface. I
Okay.
Thank you,
just
Renu.
Google. I just
Thank you,
Google
Renu.
it. You're welcome.
Okay. So if
Amrapali, I have one question. So when you are doing integration, right, you need this API, right? So I mean,
yes,
yeah. Hmm.
so
Okay.
this is the required for integration actually, and the label is something like that. We can always change, but the API name, when we change the API name, we always get a warning stating that you are changing the API name and it might affect on your current configuration. So for example, we can take as an example of any custom object. Okay, now I have created a custom object, and on the records, that particular custom object has some values over there. And now I am trying to change the API name for that particular custom objects. So it may affect on my records where I have always already has some value over there. So this is like a very crucial name, and we cannot change this any time we want. This is not applicable for the label, but the API name is something like that. You have to be always very careful about it. And okay, so here we have option for standard fields. These fields are created by system itself, Salesforce itself. So as I showed you earlier, I have given the name as candidate name. It is showing as name data type of field, and then the data type as text, which is string. And then these are the system field, which is created by and last modified by. And then we have the owner field, that means who owns the record, and this is also a standard field. Now if we want to create a custom fields, then we have this particular option. From here we can create fields as many as we want. And then we have some options here for lookup filters, validation rules, then triggers, then page layout, then compact layout, search layout, buttons and actions. So you can see these buttons. These are standard buttons provided by Salesforce itself. So when I created this custom object, this clone, delete, edit, new, view, these buttons are provided by Salesforce. And then we have record types. So we are going to see what is record types, what is validation rule, then what is lookup filter, everything in the next session. Okay.
So for
And
next
also,
session, can I request on this name, can you show us how to put separate that now with the first and the last name? That would help us, understand a little more for
okay,
next session.
okay, sure, no problem. And you can also see the limits as well for this particular object. So a limit is provided by Salesforce itself, and usage is something like that. When you create a record, so custom fields is like 500 limit we have. And if you have already used this limit, if you have already created 500 fields on this particular custom object, and if you have a requirement where you would like to add new fields in the system, then in that scenario, unfortunately we cannot add new fields because the limit is already reached. So and even if we go to the Salesforce and we tell them that we want to increase the limit of the custom fields, then we have additions, which are mentioned this in the previous session. We have some additions. So we have a particular addition which has 800 fields limit. So even if that particular limit is reached, then Salesforce also cannot increase the field limit. We have to identify our all fields, which fields are in used, and which fields are created, they are lying there but they have no use right now. So we can always delete those fields from the object, and we can free up some space over here, and then we can create new fields. Okay, are you guys following me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
any questions?
No.
Okay, so far no question.
No,
Okay,
Honorably, I have a question, but I don't think it's a basic question. I
no,
might be.
it's fine.
You
Go ahead.
said the limitation is 500, right?
Yes.
It's for the tab, right?
It's for the custom field. So here you can see the items, and then you can see the limit as well. So for custom fields, it's 500. The custom relationship fields is 400. Sorry, 40. So relationship fields is something like that, when we create any relationship between two objects, that
Mhm.
field called relationship fields.
That's
But
why I'm not understanding what the customer relationship field, active workflow rules. That
mhm.
names are new for me.
No worries. We are going to, check each and everything from here, so you don't have to worry about it. So, these fields, even if it is saying that we have 40 limit, but this is including the 500. I mean, we have the
Okay,
total
now
500.
now we are working with that field, right? Custom fields, right? Now we are
Uh,
working with this one, right?
no, custom fields is something
We
like that.
we did a custom object. Now in custom object, we are going to create custom fields.
Custom
First
fields.
custom field was created as name. For next class, I asked Amrapali to help us out to put first name, last name. Then it could be an email, it could be an age, it could be an expected salary, it could be how you
Okay,
score. So that total has to be cannot exceed 500 for this version.
got,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I thought that custom field is not going to the, but I think that that name, that tab name, right?
Oh,
Now, not now. I'm got it. Yeah.
I think you are
Thank
getting
you, Anil.
confused.
No problem. And then there was another tab underneath that you had asked a question like relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
HR is also accessing the same database of custom candidates. Now HR has a policy that they do not want to pay anybody more than $120,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So your expectation salary when you took an interview, the interview put $135,000. So HR is going to put the relationship anything more than 120, do not show me. That's an active list. So your name does not show up on HR's list.
Okay.
Kind of. Am I right, Amrupali? If I'm wrong, correct me. I'm just
Partially,
understanding.
actually.
Okay,
No, no.
good. Thank you. At least I'm partially right.
So relationship feel is, as I told earlier, it is something like that, when we create any relationship between two objects. So for example, account and contact. And here we have this particular field, which is account name. So account name, if you go to the view fields for this particular contact, account name is showing the data type as lookup. Lookup means it's a relationship field, and just a minute. Oops. Okay, and um, sorry, I got lost.
So that's fine.
Okay, so it is a relationship field, where we can mention, specify, or define what relationship they are going to have. So here we have account as a parent object and contact as a child object. So that means they have parent-child relationship, right?
Mm,
So
Okay.
that particular relation means relationship fields.
I
So
got
those
you.
fields we can create up to only 40, but these 40 are also including these 500 fields.
Okay.
Okay, got
And
it.
the workflow rules and everything, approval process, these are some automations, and we will see what is this workflow approval lookup filter. So as you said, you have given the example, right, for the HR, um, for the filter. So yes, we can do that. We can uh, define a particular filter, and based on that filter we can see the fields. So for example, you just said, right, so HR wants to view only those records where salary is above or less than, let's say, $100,000. Okay, and only those records will gonna show up. So that is something we can set up here on the lookup filters.
Got you.
So that is also we have. value setup, which is only 5. Okay. Anyone has any question?
No, that's it.
Okay, so I think for today we are good here. You have learned a lot. What is standard objects, what is custom object, how you can create it, and what are the options are going there. So what I want is, let me stop sharing my screen. What I want is, I'm going to share Trailhead link with you, and what you can do is you can go through the link, because these links have option to create the custom objects and everything. So I believe actually I have the link for a project, but it contains a lot many things, for example list view and everything. So I don't think the project here you'll have to work from starting today. So I'm just going to give you a small unit, and you can complete those sessions. Is that fine with everyone?
Yes.
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 So in the trailhead, right?
Yes, in the Trailhead. So I'm going to share the link via chat section. And I actually wanted to know with everyone whether it's like a kind of feedback for me, whether my rate of speech is like appropriate, or like too slow
It's
or too fast.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. We are just, it's really understandable, and means it's not like fast and we are okay, we are catching up. So it's really good.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. No, because I was, very like what I can say. I don't like I'm not able to recalling that particular name, but uh, it's like, because for some people it might be very slow, for some people it might be small, but
No, no,
this
it's
is who
absolutely
I am.
okay, Amrapali. It's
You are
very,
doing great, Amrapali.
You're doing
yeah,
great. It's so
great,
perfect.
yeah. For me, it's like because this speed is good for me. Too fast will be, I'm not capable to adopt all the
Right, right.
lecture. Yeah.
Okay, so I think pasted two links on the chat section. Everyone has able to access those links.
Yes.
Okay.
We open that trailhead. Yeah.
Any one of you can share your screen and open the Trailhead and paste those links on the browser, so that everyone could see which module I'm actually talking about. Anyone can share, or do you want me to share my screen?
I can do that. Just trying to save all those links. So just a minute.
Okay, sure.
Oh, somebody already.
So this is the Lightning Experience Basic, and the other one we have is Classic Basics user. Let me check the name. Okay, CRM Basics for Salesforce Classic. And then we have the other one is Create a Custom Object.
That the one that's 200 points CRM.
Yes.
I think we got different one. Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
another.
Okay. What I'll do, I'll share my screen. Let me know whether you all can able to see it, and whether this is the correct
So we have
link.
CRM for Salesforce Classic, and then you have Lightning Experience Basics, and then the third one you create a custom object.
Yes, that's correct.
So 600 points, 300 points, and 100 points.
So it is not mandatory to complete all the batches, but it would be great actually if you do, because the two badges which I have is like for Salesforce CRM basics for Salesforce Classic, and then Lightning Experience User. But the other one which I have is to create the custom object, but that is for Lightning. So if you are not familiar with the Lightning UI,
Yeah,
then
Amrapali, I have a question. Sorry.
sure.
Is this similar that Lightning and Classic both have same options, that tab create and all the object create, the same way they have?
ત્રણ આપી છે પહેલી છે ને
Yes.
એ
We
લાઇટનિંગ છે બીજી CRM ક્લાસિક છે sorry.
Oh, no problem. So yes, we do have the same option, but a little bit like slightly different than Classic.
Okay.
Bit
Let
different.
me share my screen.
So we have to practice both of them, right?
Yes, share screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen
Mm-hmm.
for Salesforce Classic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me switch to Lightning.
We are seeing the lightning one.
Yeah, that is the Lightning Experience Basic.
Yes. So currently I am on Lightning User Experience. So in order to create the custom object, what you have to do is we have a setup option here, which is a setup gear. Click on setup.
The screen is frozen.
Yeah,
Oh,
screen
The
is
screen, yes, the screen is frozen.
okay. Let me share my screen once again.
Do one.
Okay. Are you able to see Lightning user interface on Salesforce?
yes.
Okay, great.
Well, your screen shows Lightning sales interface.
It's a
Yes,
Salesforce page, right?
yes, right.
Mhm.
So I have switched to the Lightning, and here I'm going to show you, how we can create a custom object over here. So there is not much difference, but still I just want to show you. So click on this setup gear, then click on setup. So in Classic, we had to, search for object over here. Okay, but we do have option called Object Manager. So we
Mm-hmm.
can just simply click on Object Manager. Okay, now we have option to create a custom object and custom object from spreadsheet.
Okay,
So
Amrapali, do we have that step anywhere written?
yes, the um, Trailhead link, which I have provided you for creating a custom object,
Mm-hmm.
that has all the steps to create the custom object in Lightning.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so the rest is same actually. You just have to click on Object Manager and then click on Create and click on Custom Object. So once you will create, click on Custom Object, the page will be same
Yeah. Yeah.
as you saw earlier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The page will be same, right? But
Yes,
the
only the
process
steps
is,
are different.
yeah, yeah, process.
Navigation will be little bit different starting, that's it.
Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. Anyone can share your screen and switch to Lightning.
Sorry. So this is what you are saying. This is the
Okay, so
setup, right?
right, this is the
First setup
setup.
that we are doing. Mhm.
Yes, and you will have to click on Object Manager. Beside whom
Okay.
we have an Object Manager option. Yes, click
Mhm.
on that. So once you know, you will click on Object Manager, you will see the list of all the objects which are present in your organization. And then
Mhm.
we also have a option which is Create button on the right hand side. So
Yeah, this one.
yeah, yes, you can always create it from there, or you can create it from this option as well. So once you'll click on Create Custom Object, the
We can
page
do
will,
it from here as well, right? New
yes,
object. Yeah. Okay.
This is
And
for
this is
lightning, I guess.
yes, this is Lightning.
This is like
And could you please open that Trailhead link for creating a custom object?
next to it.
which one? Sorry.
I think
Second
it's the
last.
last one.
Second last. Or last, yeah.
Last one.
That you sent in the chat box.
Yes.
Sure.
You have already
Yeah,
opened
You
yeah.
have
that.
already opened the
Sorry,
last one.
yeah, I forgot that. Yes.
Okay,
I
yes.
open everything because once you close the meeting, the chat is gone. So it's better to keep it safe.
Right. So if you could scroll down,
Yes.
you will see the options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one. Standard object lead.
It's a standard object. Could you please scroll down? Scroll down a little bit. Here we have the options which says try it yourself. Scroll up little bit. Scroll up, not down, actually up.
Oops, sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, try it
So here,
yourself, right?
yeah, we have option where to click and where to go, and from where we have to create a custom object, right? So you can follow these steps and you can always create a custom object using Classic as well as Lightning.
So it's better to create some of the object in both, like couple of
Yes.
them. Okay. So do you want me to stop sharing?
So I think that's it for today from my side. Anyone has any question?
Amrapali, can you please post on WhatsApp on Salesforce group regarding? I don't see in the chat box. I don't see any info regarding the
Sure.
homework. Yeah.
Sure, no problem.
Yes, if you can, please. Thank you.
Yes, will do.
So, Amrapali, should we practice on our lightning and classic, both of them?
Well, I would suggest it would be very, like it would be great if you, like practice for both of the user interface just to get a hands on Salesforce.
Okay.
Well,
So,
choice is yours actually because
should we do,
everything is.
or we should theoretical part only, like we didn't have now, we don't have
No,
to.
I would suggest, go through the Lightning interface as much as you can.
Okay, so we should practice on lightning interface, right? On like this all.
For this practice session, you can create two custom objects. One is in Lightning and one is in Classic. And also, I have a question about the attendance. So, Amin, could you please let me know your last name?
My last name is Hemani.
Hemani. Okay. And then okay. Shruj Anandita. Could you please let me know your last name?
Das, DAS, Das.
Okay, Das. Anandita Das. Okay. Okay, I think we are good then. Yeah.
You don't need my last name, do you?
No, I have the last name for rest of the people. Only these two people I didn't have the last name. So what I'm going to do is, I believe everyone has attended the first two sessions, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, I'm going to create the attendance sheet where I will mark each one of you's attendance for session. So for till today's session, I'm going to be mark present for all of you. So from the next session, if anyone is absent, then you are going to miss a lot. So I would suggest you to do not miss any session, and try to explore the trailhead as much as you can.
Yesterday I went on a trailhead, not yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
day before, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what I did, but I
Mm-hmm.
just kept going. He says, "You finish this, try this, try this, try this." I kept going. I don't know.
Okay. Is it possible for you to share your screen? Let's just check
Sure.
what is happening.
Amrapali, uh,
Yes.
I haven't attended the first session.
The first session is something like the introductory session. So what you can do is Devendra will share a link with you
Yeah, yeah,
for
I'm good with that, but I'm as per the attendance, I'm just telling you.
oh okay for the
I
attendance.
have seen that record. Like, yeah,
Okay, okay. Sorry, your name is
Sirisha.
Sirisha, right? Okay,
Yes,
Sirisha, actually I do not have your last name as well.
Palakurti. PALA
Parvati.
PALA
PALKURTI. Okay, HI. Are you from Hyderabad?
Yeah, I'm from Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah, I was there for 5 months in Hyderabad,
Oh, good.
but then I have to move back to my hometown because of some family issues and everything. So, okay. So, yeah, Anil, what
Yes.
is happening over here?
No, you had just asked me to share my screen, so I just
Yeah,
shared the
so you
screen.
said like something you did something on the trailhead and now it is just keep going on. So I thought you are receiving some kind of error or
No, no, no,
something like
no.
that.
Sorry, sorry. No, nothing like that.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
like, it leads you. Its trail is like really a trail. You go there and then you reach here. Now you go here. Now you go there. You go there.
Yes,
So it
yes.
keeps leading you to the different task, and you just
Yes,
keep
right.
going.
Right, right. And if you completed any module or any unit, it will automatically take you to the next unit,
Yeah, I
or it will
completed one
recommend you.
module, and then it was like 750 points.
Yes. So as you can see on the right hand side top corner, you can see your profile where you can see your name, how many badges you have
Oh, okay.
completed, and how many points you have. Could you please click on that? Okay. And if you click on profile, okay, here you can see all the information. If you could scroll down, so how many badges you have completed, how many trails you have completed, then if you have completed any super badge, also if you have completed any certifications, that particular certifications will also gonna show up over here. So these
Okay.
are all the modules which you have completed, and okay, scroll up a little bit.
More up.
It yes, it also shows that, let's say, if you have upvoted for any ideas. No, no, no. Could you please scroll down a little bit and then stop right there? Bus. Yes, yes, that's it. So as you can see, this option Trailblazer community activity.
Hmm.
So let's say on the Trailblazer, if you have given any answers, or if you have posted any questions or comments, or if you have created any ideas or upvoted any idea, that will going to show up over here, all the information. So it's like it is integrated with Trailblazer and everything. So whom you are following, who are following you, that means following and followers, that is also show over here. And scroll up a little bit. Yes, yes, stop right there. So we have the achievement section on the left hand side. As you can see there, it says that add your Salesforce certification. So once let's say if you have completed your certifications and you have passed the exam, then you can always add those certifications over there, and it will show you whether the certification is active or not. So as you may know that, even if we have passed the certification exam and everything, we have to give the maintenance exam every year. So if the maintenance, if you have not yet attended the maintenance exam, then it will going to show you in the red mark that the maintenance exam is due, and you have to complete it by this day or this time. And once you complete the maintenance exam, and your certificates will show the active status once again.
Yes, and just a point of hint to all the teammates here. All the recruiters or anybody who's going to hire you, they're going to look at your Trailblazer profile just so they know you're not fake.
Exactly.
So this is your resume, and then people are only going to ask you. You see that dot me Trailblazer ID, and then it says A Patel 1462. They just ask for this link. You provide them a link, and they know everything about you in Salesforce. What you know, how much you have learned, what certification you have gained, who you follow, what activity you have done on tailblazing, and that becomes your resume.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Anil Bhai and Amrapali. I think we can explore as much as we can the Trailhead community, right?
Yes.
Yes.
They have like couple of projects and challenges.
Yes.
Yes.
And you can always give this link in the LinkedIn. So I have put my Trailblazer Trailhead link on the LinkedIn, and my public and my profile is public, so anyone can view my profile. I believe so. I mean, I have not yet
That
tried
becomes
it.
Amrapali's resume. Whoever wants to hire her, they go check that, see what kind of qualifications he has, certifications he has, and she gets a call. She doesn't get a call. She get an job offering.
No, it's not like that. We have to, give the interviews and everything.
No. I understand. I mean, I'm just telling you
Yeah.
from scouting perspective. When I was used to recruit people, that's how
Mm-hmm.
I would scout for good
Okay.
candidates.
Okay.
Anil, can you show me the steps that settings, and actually forgot about it.
Which one?
Just this all your page where you are now, right?
Yes.
A setting, then I write
Setting.
down everything, but I miss out something.
If you click on setting or the view profile option, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there we
You
have
go to
profile.
profile.
Okay. And it is in profile, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Because I write down. Thank you.
No problem. So I think we are good today. If anyone has any questions, feel free to
Yes,
ask me.
Amrapali, I had question. I can't see in the chat box regarding today's homework. If I can, we can get some on the.
Yes,
ચેટબોક્સ
yes.
ચેટબોક્સ ક્લિક કરો અને એની ઉપર છે ને એરો પેલું નાની બાજુમાં ગ્રે કલરનું છે ને એને ઉપર લઈ જાઓ because people are chatting, so you are missing those boxes, or make it a big size rather than a standard size. See
Okay,
ઉપર ચોકડી છે ને maximize કરવાની, ત્યાં ક્લિક
okay.
કરો તો બધું દેખાશે.
Maximize કરવાનું. એક મિનિટ. Yeah, exactly. I don't દેખાય છે પણ it's just it's about the internet thing, that those messages. I don't see the
No,
message.
but on right beside it you have a slide bar which is gray color.
Yeah, the gray bar.
Move that up.
Oh, okay. No, let me. Oh no, the last message it just says, um, sorry guys, no luck for me. It's
No.
after
You
this.
can share the screen, so Anil can guide you.
Oh, okay.
Below that, actually, we have those links.
I don't know, it got frozen. When I click on share screen, I don't know, it's something wrong with now. I thought it was, I wasn't familiar, but now I think it says you are viewing Amrapali's screen and it's frozen.
Okay, you see this screen now?
No, I don't. I just see Amrapali's screen. It just
Okay.
says you are viewing Amrapali's screen. So I think I'll have to, figure out something's wrong with on my side because I don't see any other screen. And the,
Okay,
and the
so
chat box, I don't see the updated messages in the chat box after that. So
Okay.
something's wrong here.
Then there might be it's a connectivity issue. No worries.
Yes,
I
the
will.
connectivity.
Yeah,
So
this will.
the last message, it says sorry guys, no luck, joined again, and then so the voice is breaking. So I think after that there's no further messages in the chat box. So I think it's something wrong from here.
Okay.
Yes.
No worries. I'm going to share those links on the WhatsApp group.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Yes, and
You.
thanks to Anil Bhai for helping. But I think something's my screen is frozen on the
always
Zoom.
welcome. Amrapali, I must say you must be sitting on the bench of ice.
Very cool.
Actually, I don't know, but my personality is like that only. I speaks very slowly, whether it is English language or Hindi or Marathi. It is my rate of speech, and I always talk like that. So it's always
But
You
beneficial
already
for
have
me.
an experience of talking to Americans. They have really good difference in between two words. So you have those quality already.
Okay.
we
That's
can
Yes.
understand it very nice. You're so much patience, and you have so much patience, and like we can understand whatever you speak. You have a better way of explaining.
Thank you.
You are a
It's
good
just
tutor. That's all I can
Very
say.
good. Yeah.
Amrapali, are you married?
yes. Actually, I recently
Yeah,
got
that's
married
why
in
that passion you
March.
have.
Okay.
Ronuji, how long you have been married?
Why this questions comes here?
So one year is enough for that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, for my case, actually, it just 2 months. I got married in
Oh wow,
March.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So let's just see how it goes.
Amrapali, was that your place where the birds were chirping? I think it
Yes.
was a peacock. Was it?
No, it's not peacock.
It's
What we
like
can
a
say is kokira, koyal.
koyal,
Koyal,
yeah.
koyal.
It's a koyal, yeah. And that's the
I
best
don't
part.
know the
When
English word for that bird.
we hear that bird and it's so soothing, it's nice.
Yes, because we have a huge mango tree at our house, and there we have all types of different types of birds and everything, and then we hear all the types of chirping and
So
everything.
Wow,
next
that's
class,
nice. Where
next
about you located?
It's actually in Pune, Bhumkar Chowk.
Oh, oh, okay. Very nice. Nice.
Very beautiful city, Pune.
Yes, I love this city.
Yes, I. It's much advanced. Then it's getting much better than Mumbai. That's what I heard.
And I don't know why, but I also feel safe here.
Yeah.
From 5 years I'm living here now, and I'm not sure about the other cities because I have also lived in Hyderabad, and my sister, lives in Mumbai. But please don't get wrong to me, but I don't like Mumbai because of the weather there. It's always humid and humidity, and I don't like that. And here in Pune, we have like always fresh air and awesome weather.
Awesome. Yes.
You feel free to have your personal choices. So
the only
Yes.
time I went to Pune was Chinchwad.
Uh-huh.
Went to L&T. I think that was 1996, 7.
Okay.
That was my last trip to Pune.
Oh,
That was the
Where
only trip I had in Pune.
and where is
okay.
your hometown, native place? Hello.
Anandita, you are asking who?
Oh, yeah, Amrapali, not you.
Okay.
You are
Okay.
from Gujarat, right? You are from
Okay.
Gujarat. I know that.
Don't assume with the last name. I
Even
grew
I
up.
got confused.
Yeah.
I
But
studied in Jamshedpur.
he's Patel, right? The Patel is from Gujarat only, right?
A lot of Patels in Calcutta too.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, yeah. I'm
আমাকে বাংলা বুঝতে পারি কিন্তু বলতে পারি না কিছু কিছু।
বাহ, অনেক মিষ্টি করে বলেছো, অনেক ভালো বলেছো। No, I'm asking Amrapali.
Okay, so I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra.
Okay.
Fruit City. Nagpur
Yes,
is a fruit
Orange
junction.
City.
Oranges.
Orange City.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
time I will go to Ahmedabad Howrah Express, Nagpur, 7 o'clock in the morning, you get down, get oranges, get your omelette, and you're set for your lunch.
okay. My husband did engineering on your city, like that is Priyadarshini College.
Yes, I know that.
He went for that college.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I know
guys.
about something.
All right.
All right, guys. Good
I
night.
have
Bye.
to run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt this conversation, but it was really nice to know each other.
Yeah.
I have to run. So
Yeah,
good
sure,
night,
sure.
everybody, and thank you, Amrapali, for all your time and
No problem.
all your
Good night.
patience for us. Yeah, thank you.
No
Have a good day.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.